Oh my goodness, what is the purpose of saving scraps? I took a pile out of my drawer of scraps and set it here with some glue and a stapler. Coffee, of course. I think one of the purpose of saving scraps is working on making clusters. Just little things to embellish a journal with. Hey, it is Dawn with For Grace Creations, and today we're going to make some quick and easy clusters. And I'm thinking they should be titled base clusters because they won't have anything fancy. There'll be things you can add to down the road, maybe some inking on the edges or like buttons or butterfly punches, things like that. Okay, we're just gonna start. Doesn't matter the size. I'm going to figure out a few layers. At least try. Oh, here's some orange stuff. What if we did like that? No, I like that better first. No, I don't. And oh, I have some deli paper here. No, it's not deli paper. It is wax paper. I'm just going to tear some up here. And I think maybe we'll put that behind. And something up front. Where did that orange piece go that I saw that's so cute? That one. Something like that. And then we're just going to take the stapler and there we go. They're stuck together. But then you can keep it like that. Or I'm going to take some of this glue and I'm just going to put a plop on there and put it here. One of the very first Bible studies that came up in the new year. Actually, it wasn't a Bible study. It was a Wednesday night Bible study. And so we Ustream Athey Creek Christian Fellowship live. And we did it on January 3rd. And it was Luke 16. And I'm going to actually put a link in the description below for that Bible study service. So you can actually go there and listen to the whole thing if you want to. So at the beginning, they're singing, and then it's digging in, and they go verse by verse, chapter by chapter through the Bible. So we're not missing anything. Well, within, I don't know, a couple seconds, I figured out that Luke 16 was all about being a good steward. And I thought, instantly in my mind, the word purpose came up. And I was just thinking, part of my purpose is being a good steward. And so I got out my journal that I take notes in a Bible study and started taking notes. And, really, one of the main things of Luke 16 is that all of us, we're called to be good stewards of our time, of our money, our resources, our abilities and gifts, our possessions, grace, giving grace, including to ourselves, sharing the gospel. And even towards the end of Luke 16, relationships, our marriage. We need to be good stewards in our marriages, our friendships, all of that. One of the Bible verses that I wrote down that he used kind of as a reference, because the best commentary on the Bible is the Bible. And so what I wrote down was 1 Peter 4:10. And it says, each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace. So, like, we all have different giftings, different talents, things that we're good at. You know, I might be good at something that you're not. You are going to be good at something that I'm not, and so forth. But are we using those talents well? You know, the word steward can be interchanged with manager, somebody in charge of things. So, you know, we're in charge of our own life, right? So are we doing it well? Are we being good stewards of what we've been given? And, you know, I started thinking about it. I don't know about you, but I don't always manage my time well. I definitely, boy, need to work on that. Am I managing my money and possessions well? Boy, I really do need to work on that as well. And then, am I managing my gifts, my abilities well? So, I don't know. How can you answer yes to all those? Because I sure couldn't. I would love to be able to say that I can, but I need a little work in those areas. But I think that's where grace comes in. Biblical grace is God's riches at Christ's expense, or unearned, undeserved favor. Nothing you can do to earn it. You can't work for it. It's a gift, a free gift. And do I need something else? Maybe this. And I think that a lot of times we forget to give ourselves grace. You know, I had a friend once tell me that I'm really good at giving grace, and I suck at receiving it. And that kind of hit me hard. I had to do a lot of thinking about that. And why? Well, I'll tell you, because she's right. And I knew that she's right. So I've been working on that. And again, I am not perfect. And it's probably going to be something I have to work out for a while. But I'm not always good at giving grace either. Sometimes it's really hard. You know, I also heard it said once that we should, in our marriages, we should be, okay, so how did they put it? Stop and think about this. Okay, you've got a little one. They're naughty. I mean, us kids, we're all naughty. But, you know, you got a 2-year-old, say. Anybody have kids here? You say you've got a 2-year-old, kid, grandkid. They do something naughty. You gonna hold it against him? You gonna discuss it a week later? You gonna bring it up a year later? Probably not. We should be as quick to forgive our husbands and give them grace as we are to our children, our grandchildren. And that was powerful to me. I agree. We should be. Why is it harder sometimes to do that? Something else to just think about, pause and ponder over. But I do have to say that one of my favorite quotes that I heard recently was this: the best ability is availability. So that actually made me think of something else to ponder over. The purpose of availability. So that'll be something that we discuss again. What am I saying? It'll be something we discuss sometime. But for now, I'm just, kind of pondering over being a good steward. This is wet. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to let this dry. I do have, however, one that I already made that is dry, and so I wanted to show you what we're going to do. After it dries, we just rip in between each cluster. And then, okay, we'll take this one. Where the staple is, you can leave it. I mean, it gives it kind of a cool look, but you could also put something over it, glue something onto it. Let me see, I have an example here. There we go. I have a button on that one. Oh, on that one too. Then you just kind of go around and rip it to where you think it looks good. And, oh, that one's stuck down. And that's it. It is pretty quick. How many did we do? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 glued down. And we're ripping these apart now. So, later, if you wanted to ink the edges, you could. If you want to just, what I'm going to do, honestly, I'm going to set them in this tin, and I'm going to save them for when I go to use them and decide then, do I want to add buttons? Do I want to add little die cuts, labels, words, that kind of a thing. But at least I have the base done. And I am going to go ahead and get rid of all these in the recycle because I have enough scraps right now. As a matter of fact, I have been packaging some scraps up to mail off. I'm going to set this aside to dry. To mail off with, I have a video. It's Defemember and a giveaway. Basically, you got to watch the video and answer a couple questions in the comments, and you'll be entered into a drawing. I'm going to give away 3 envelopes full of fun things, and I thought I'd add some of these to it, along with other things. Now, you don't have to use a brown paper bag as a base. Here, I used scrap paper that, honestly, it was a 12 by 12, and I will never use it. It has strawberries. It's not that I don't like strawberries. I do. I just know that I would never use this paper. So I put a few on this to see what it would look like. So you don't have to use a brown paper bag. You use whatever you've got. But I will tell you this. When I go to the store now, if they have brown paper bags, I will actually ask for my groceries or whatever I'm getting to be put in a brown paper bag, because I am a huge fan of paper bag journals. I actually have a couple in the works right now that I made myself one first, and I've got a couple in the works that I'm going to be selling, actually. I probably will first post them on my Facebook business page, and then I'll go, if they don't sell right away, I'll go ahead in my private Facebook group. It's called For Grace VIP group. I'll post them there on like a Friday night drop or something, and if they don't sell, I'll shove them in albums and set them aside for when I do a in-person event, like a bazaar or something like that. Anyway, this one, I used another piece of, I think this was 12 by 12. And I just glued some down to that. And I thought that might be kind of cool. And I am ripping the edges because I don't want some parts to be straight edged and some to be ripped. I want them uniform. So I've got a couple of other ways to do scraps. Oh my goodness, what am I talking about? I've got a couple other ways that I really like doing these clusters, and I will show you. I just thought I would start with this first because my tin was getting empty, and I do really like using these. They're fun. So I thought we needed to fill up my tin. So let's do a few more on these. How are we doing on time? Yeah, I could do a couple more. I enjoy swapping scraps. Ever since Defemember, I am a fan of scrap swapping because someone else is going to have things that you don't have. And it is fun to open a package, you know, Happy Mail, and see what other people have made. I don't know. If you would like a scrap partner and you want to send some scraps, let me know. We could trade scraps. It'd be fun. No, not that one. That's too neutral. What about that? No. Oh, this has some color on it. Let's get rid of the black. And rip that edge a little. And then this, yeah, I'm not gonna rip that edge. I'm gonna keep it like that. But it needs a little more color. Oh, oh boy, look at that. Yeah, see, I like that. Something different. And I'm not even going to, I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not even going to put it on this one. All right, friends. Well, until next time, thank you for being here. Don't forget to like my video to help me out. It really, really does help me out. And subscribe if you want to see some more. Okay, so I shall see you later. Thank you for being here, you guys.